Yes! What is up, everyone? And no, stop, listen, wait. I know in my very last video I said I would see you tomorrow, and it's been a week, but I've been busy, okay? I'm an analyst on CBS Sports now for all their Europa and Champions League coverage. And way to go, Conradinho. I'm so proud of you. I'm finally making a podcast. It's called Jimmy Conrad Needs a Doctor, which I do need a lot of the time, which I think actually will be great value to all of you. We're gonna start filming them and posting them here so you don't have to search for that content anywhere else. I'll bring it to you. I've also been going live on Twitch doing watch parties of all these Champions League and Europa League games, MLS games, amongst other things. So if you're ever over there, come say hi. And then I've been doing some fun content with MLS players at AT&T, which I'll be dropping here very soon. And I've been making Coach Jimmy episodes for Twitter and Instagram, but then I thought, why am I not posting Coach Jimmy on YouTube? My YouTube family would love it. So here you go. Here's part one of why Barcelona sucks some serious ass against Bayern Munich.
It's Coach Jimmy, Coach Jimmy.
So watch and learn. First off, I just want to thank this Barcelona team for making this Coach Jimmy possible, since I got to witness some of the worst defending I've ever seen in the Champions League. So let's start with goal number one for Bayern Munich, which is a giveaway in midfield that leaves Barcelona's right back Nelson Semedo out of position, which is fine, that happens. But my big problem is with Sergi Roberto, who is sliding over to cover for Semedo, because first, he should never dive in here on Serge Gnabry in the middle of midfield. Instead, just drop off and keep everything in front of you, dude, and wait for support. That's what you should be doing. However, in fairness to him, he does track back to put himself in a good position, but then, for whatever reason, he just stops and watches Thomas Muller attack the space and score. If he'd kept himself moving to finish off the play, Bayern definitely does not score here because he most likely would have blocked the shot. Goal number two, paging Nelson Semedo and Sergi Roberto again. What are you guys doing? Now, fair play to Serge Gnabry and Bayern for applying good pressure here, but getting caught on the ball in this part of the field should never happen. However, on the positive side of things, I have to mention to any young players out there that are watching this, that this is what you do when you're in Perisic's position with the ball. You hit it hard, you hit it low, and you hit it across the goal and hope for a tap-in by a teammate or a deflection by a defender, which is exactly what happened. Moving forward to goal number three, I don't know what else to say other than it's just too easy. There's no pressure on the ball. Goretzka drifts between the lines, and Gnabry times his run to perfection, but Lenglet's body positioning sucks. He gets caught by surprise, which can never happen as a center back, and the result is another Bayern goal. And should I keep going? Like, really? To goal number four, where Semedo loses a ball in a bad spot, and that leads to Lenglet being too late to react again? Yes? No? Didn't I kill Barcelona enough, even though they're already dead? If the yes votes win, then stay tuned for part two coming tomorrow. If the no votes win, then let me just acknowledge the end of an era for Barcelona. It was a great run while it lasted. Honestly, this type of defending is unacceptable for players at this level. I just wanted to reinforce that. But because there were still 4 more goals, I wasn't done yet. So after an overwhelming amount of yes votes demanding a part 2 for Bayern Munich's 8-2 decimation of Barcelona, let's pick things up at goal number 5. And it starts with Alphonso Davies casually pulling away from his idol Leo Messi, then gliding past Vidal before getting into a one-on-one duel with Nelson Semedo. And it ends with him rest in peacing Semedo's career because there's just no coming back from getting owned like this, and then setting up a tap-in for Joshua Kimmich, which is yet another piece of evidence as to why he has to be in the conversation as the best left back in the world. And he's only 19. However, Semedo isn't the only one to blame here for this goal, because I got big questions of PK on this play. So can we focus on him for a second? Because first off, he's way too far away from Semedo. He should be a lot closer in case his right back does get beat. So straight away, PK's positioning sucks. This is lazy defending that leaves his teammate out to dry, which is unacceptable for a player with his experience. But let's move on to goal number 6. Vidal is trying to defend by himself, which I appreciate his effort, but ultimately, it's wasted energy if none of his teammates are trying to defend with him. And since these non-defenders, or let's call them cones, aren't getting tight to the Bayern players, the Bayern players are free to pick up their heads and do whatever they want, like they're playing against a youth academy team or something, and the whole thing ends with the leading goal scorer in the Champions League finding himself wide open 5 yards away from goal. As for goal number 7, well, Messi gets stripped of the ball this time, and it leads to Bayern string puller Thomas Muller having a f***ing laugh at the top of the box because he has 3 different options to choose from, and he decides to kick Barcelona straight in the balls, by giving it to the player Barcelona let go out on loan because they didn't want him anymore. And this player takes a ridiculously big first touch, which should have been dealt with by the defenders. But hey, maybe Piqué and Lenglet wanted to be nice to an old friend. However, if they had any pride whatsoever, they could have mitigated this disaster and most likely prevented a few of these goals at the end, including Bayern's 8th goal of the game, which, if you can believe it, they gave up again to Coutinho, a player they still own, by the way. And that's because they quit. A team I have long admired with players that I look up to and respect quit. And I think that says everything that you need to know about where this Barcelona team is right now.
It's Coach Jimmy, Coach Jimmy.
Of all the goals I'm still most upset about, it's the 5th one, and Piqué in general. I think he purposely let Semedo out to dry. I really do, based on his body language. Now, with regard to Semedo, I don't think he was ever good enough to be at a club as big as Barcelona. I think he's good. Don't get me wrong, but not Barcelona good, you know? Anyway, thank you again for all of your love and support, and please do me a huge favor by liking and leaving a comment on the MLS player interviews that will be dropping soon. That would mean a whole bunch to me. And then let me know which game you want me to do a Coach Jimmy on next. And then, of course, enjoy the Champions League semifinals. I got PSG versus Bayern making it to the big final. And that one should be a lot of fun if you want to watch it with me. Come over to Twitch like I said earlier. All right, I'm done talking. Later.